Well, looky there. A broke-down home. Might still be worth poking around. Someone could probably make good use of that plastic scrap over there. Treat it fair time and the Mount will return the favor. That's Punchy's place up in that little blimp. No better upgrade venture. Let's see. You've reached the end of the line. Bet you can find Choo-Choo here. Scrapalicious. Choo-Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him. Wonders who doesn't like rules or rails. They keep you on the straight and narrow and bring you right where you belong. Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch? You seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a darker path. Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be. Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on? Thinks everyone has. No one's perfect every time. Seems like the world came out of its rut and is chugging toward higher ground again. Can't thank you enough for hitting the brakes and working to turn the world chug around. But let's not get derailed. Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station. As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo-Choo. He's been off track since the world started dying, but he's trained his mind to stay positive regardless of the situation. Says sometimes life runs off the rails, but it's always better when they're good and greased. He's convinced the tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself. This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing nut to get back on track. Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugger-chugger out there. The challenge is taking them off, so he's happy you're here to do it for him. Says he knew you would, like he knows the way the rails run. This story needs a hero. That's some sharp wood scrap there. Watch for splinters. See that plastic scrap over there? Hey, this is... The right key could open this. Sharp. Boom, boom. The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever. Easier to sneak around in the dark, though. gotta hurt. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. Make the most of the night while you can. Bangarang. Pow! Just a few moves left. Make them count. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There they are. Now, catch them. You fixed those flame flies fast. How many days like this do you think the world has? Choo-Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason. But he understands no one gets their tracks greased for free. He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great fit for any of your business that needs to be unstuck. He keeps it safe in a box on the handcart, in case of emergency. It's on the cart. He wants to keep it close by. In general, you won't have much time to act in case of an emergency. Choo-Choo says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler. It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste. He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there that need greasing to open. Says there's no better person to use it. Glad the rails led you right here.
Where's that dark now?
What? Wait, no, I'm right here.
What's that? Did someone say something?
I am right here.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Choo-Choo says he can't wait to get out of this place. Understands completely. You shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo-Choo has no use for it now. Choo-Choo says he feels strongly about helping his next, just like you did for him. He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. Sometimes the wrong train will take you to the right place. He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it himself. Figures everyone chooses their own path. The longer you ride the rails, though, the easier it is to travel with friends. Choo-Choo's thrilled you found the Ark. Just imagine how much faster than a chug that thing must be. And no rails needed. Needs no rails, no roads, nothing but air. The world's on the mend, so no need to leave it. But just think of all the places the Ark could take you. Says he's happy to see the Ark in your hands. Knows you'll go great places with it and do some good. Wonders who you might call aboard the Ark with you.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open.
Why? You don't need anyone else but you.
If you want to go quick.
But you know you...
After spending a life on the rails, he's eager to ride the skies with you. Just let him pack his rollerboard, and he'll roll aboard. Choo-Choo says he's ready to pack up and leave. Hopes to see you again soon. Won't last. It never does. Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the octopod is properly armed. He knows you'll need something that packs enough boom to put a dent in that shell, or better yet, head. Pyro sticks will do the trick. He says his old friend Boom makes all things that go bang. There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free. You should keep an eye on the horizon for pyros. If you're fast, you have a shot at catching some of them before they go off. Boom has named the place Puff Duff Bluff. It sounds silly, but it's an accurate description considering most of the pyros are duds, seeing as they're as old as the old world. Don't lose your way in the blackness. That's a bang plant, where Toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces. Flash and dash. Disposed of him. That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off. Daytime is a good time to be outside. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. Handy. The pyro sticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to hurt. He hopes so, as there's no plan B, or more correctly, plan C. Out of Date has named this Plan B. Plan A was to take on the World Eaters by foot, or flaps in this case. Turns out swimming down there was a bad idea. Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos, scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the merc-puff in particular. Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppos sub the surf. This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. Find Gil and he'll be able to tell you where to find the guppos. Guppos are lively beings, and they're fast too. They're here, there, and everywhere. Or at least they used to be. Stomping time. You look like you've been doing this your whole life. Uh-oh. The Jumbo Puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance. Got a bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach. Start like a snack, and you'll end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end station. Better move up and away, or be swept out the bowel way. Wow, what a super-sized wormwhip. The Taurus's pump. Who would have guessed it would go down with a throw-up? Can it really get any better than that? You see, it's what's on the inside that counts. That meaty Taurus is already offbeat. End it. That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go. Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final phases of his plan. This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Do right by your tribe and the world at large. Just head... You might have to make your own path. That's an intact plant hut over there. Wonder what's growing in it. That's a mind monitor from the days gone. A device that blip-screened smart map. Looks like the inputters need to be linked to get the mind monitor to boot up. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's mind over matter. Software over hardware. Success is peace of mind. Go on, catch it. You can make something from that. Gizmo will always make time for you. Wishes you goodbye. No one's going to see you coming in the dark.
Balu Budulua Tamuk Gabamuktab.
Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand.
Ya Yumawa.
The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war.
Tamuk Gabamuktab. Ilvov Ugvuhu Vobra Boom.
He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different
Fabube Muk Kofar Vunko Vuntu.
Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over.
Miami.
Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough.
Miami. Oye Vun. Tuvun Bunun.
You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater.
Tolomawawanya.
The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive.
Loma Utulu. Ba Yuwo.
Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end.
Luatulu Mawa.
Out of Date reminds you it's time to confront the last World Eater.